6 9 nasty tail. Now what would make you think we believe that it's fake noise? What would make you think we believe that these is fake headlines? But when it was Carisha, the word was bond. It was no hey pit and all this other weird ass. But you must believe that Shorty lying on you? I don't think so.
Y'all, the police are reportedly looking into someone named Academics. However, they might not be referring to the girl involved in that lawsuit where she let her friends do the unthinkable. In what is one of the most disturbing developments, Academics was caught on camera, clear as day, with his creepy friends allegedly doing something highly inappropriate to a 14-year-old streamer. The conversation they were having was completely out of line and unacceptable. This situation gets even crazier. You know Screw, the YouTuber? You probably do, since he has been publicly calling Academics out repeatedly. Screw mentioned that he did an hour-long interview but eventually decided to involve the boy's parents and the authorities. Now let's talk about Academics' response. He took to the internet, posting tweets and acting like a tough guy, which is what he always does. He started making threats against the entire industry, including bloggers and streamers. He even called out Aiden Ross and Kai Cenat, even though Kai seems to have no connection to this mess. Academics were saying he would start charging everyone for features and ruin their careers. This is a pattern with him. Whenever he gets caught doing something shady or creepy, he resorts to bullying and making threats. He has threatened to sue people before, but let's be real. How do you sue someone for reading court documents that are publicly available? I remember looking through his court filings from when he was sued for allegedly assaulting his ex-girlfriend. That was a messy situation too, and the documents are accessible to anyone. Yet, instead of addressing the issues, Academics stick to his usual routine of lying, bullying, and misleading his followers. Speaking of his followers, they were out here saying things like, "I hope Academics sues you." But seriously, what country allows someone to sue for sharing publicly available court records? Those documents are open for anyone to read at the courthouse. Let's not forget that, as far as I know, Academics still have an open case against him. Instead of focusing on that, he continues to escalate his inappropriate behavior. The entire situation is disturbing on so many levels. We need to protect our daughters, but we also need to protect our sons. The fact that he allegedly did something so gross and inappropriate highlights how important it is to hold people accountable before things get even worse. It began with someone acting inappropriately online, making threats toward grown men. He claimed he'd cut them off from favors if they didn't stay silent. When I saw that, I thought, this is exactly how toxic behavior escalates. This is how situations like these are created, Now let's talk about this. Academics, who is primarily just a streamer, yes, he has a massive following, yes, he's influential, but at the end of the day, he's still a streamer. And yes, he might have all his delivery guys knowing his door code to deliver his food faster. But here's the real issue. He got caught doing something that, if it is what it appears to be, would be illegal in most states. It's grooming. I'm trying to phrase this carefully, but instead of taking responsibility, he came online, ranting and threatening people in the streaming community, warning them to stay silent or face consequences. Let's address what actually happened. He's being accused of behaving inappropriately toward a 14-year-old. Even other streamers are calling him out. Kanani on Twitter summed it up perfectly, saying, "I could barely sit through this. I thought it might be blown out of proportion, but every single sentence was disturbing. It was genuinely disgusting." During the conversation, he and his co-host, rumored to be Tory Lanez's manager, asked extremely inappropriate and predatory questions to a 14-year-old. Questions like, "Would you let someone hit? Would you let them do this? Would you let them penetrate you?" 55294. These were appalling, disgusting, and unacceptable. A full thread detailing the incident was shared online, and it's even worse when you see it laid out. People are calling for him to face legal action, and rightfully so. This is grooming, plain and simple. One person asked, "How does anyone feel comfortable having this type of conversation with a child?" They added that they couldn't even finish listening to it. To make matters worse, Academics later came out unapologetic, still posturing and acting tough. People were horrified. As Lady D put it, "It's deeply disturbing to hear a grown man talk to a child about hypothetical sexual activities, especially when it's the child who has to point out that the conversation is inappropriate and likely illegal. All he did was apologize to everyone except that young boy. Instead of taking full accountability, he focused on telling Playboy Max how he should have called him, completely sidestepping the seriousness of his actions regarding the inappropriate Discord exchange. Not once did he take full responsibility for what happened. He even downplayed the entire situation. There's plenty of evidence circulating on Twitter, but it's so disturbing that I won't play it here. Whatever you think it might be, when you actually see the clips, I guarantee it's even worse. What's shocking is how he made the situation worse by doubling down and threatening the entire streaming community. He went on a rant about how he put everyone on and basically tried to intimidate anyone who spoke out. Honestly, what's going on with these streamers? Why does everyone act like they owe him something? It's giving weird, cult-like energy. His initial reaction was wild. He lashed out at Playboy Max, Aiden Ross, and Kai Cenat, claiming he doesn't need them. He essentially warned them that if they'd stabbed him in the back after the viral Discord controversy with a 15-year-old, there would be consequences. It's eerily reminiscent of how some powerful figures in entertainment operate, silencing people through intimidation. What's baffling is seeing grown adults go along with it. YouTuber Screw shared his thoughts, saying, "I just interviewed Noor, the kid involved in the stream with Akademics, and let me tell you, it's real. Akademics and his people need to be held accountable." Screw later added, "I might not be able to drop the interview. I wanted to share his story, but it's clear his guardians and law enforcement need to be involved. I'm working on that now." As soon as this came out, Akademics backed off. Gone was the angry, blustering persona. He turned quiet, offering a series of loose apologies. He tried to smooth things over, apologizing here and there, but it felt performative at best. Let's be clear, his apologies were aimed at everyone but the child. For instance, he apologized to Playboy Max for the disturbing things he said, but not to Noor, the 15-year-old boy directly impacted. According to reports, including comments on Twitter, Akademics admitted that the conversation he had wasn't something anyone of his age should be having with someone underage. And let's not forget, Akademics are nearly 50 years old. This is not just weird or gross, it's alarming, and it speaks to a bigger problem in these communities. Where's the accountability? Why does this behavior keep getting a pass? It's time for some real consequences. Akademics isn't a young person, but even if he were, the boy in question, Noor, was just 14. Let that sink in. He provided additional context about the alleged grooming during a Discord call, claiming they, end quote, took in Noor like a little brother, end quote, and sent him money after he expressed suicidal thoughts. Is that not the textbook definition of grooming? This is exactly the problem. Akademics' hardcore fans, not the casual listeners, blindly believe everything he says, even though much of it is baseless or purely insinuation. He counts on people not doing their own research. Now that the police and Noor's guardian are apparently getting involved, Akademics are backtracking hard. He's trying to frame his inappropriate comments by reminding not about the money he sent him and the big brother dynamic he claims to have created. It's manipulative at best and predatory at worst. Noor, on the other hand, went live on stream with other bloggers and streamers, attempting to explain the situation. The irony? Akademics blocked him on Twitter for telling the truth. According to Noor, Akademics just exposed himself further. While Akademics like to claim his Twitter is managed by a team, it's clear it operates under his directive. His Twitter-affiliated account even tried to deflect the heat by shifting blame onto his co-host, Playboy Max. The account shared that Max faced backlash for asking his 11-year-old Discord moderator an inappropriate question about hygiene. If this was an attempt to take the focus off Akademics, it failed miserably. It just made the situation look worse for everyone involved. Noor also stated that he was 14 in the clip and that the girl being called an OnlyFans model was 15. He rightfully questioned Akademics. What does that say about you? And let's not forget, Akademics himself has an ongoing legal case, yet he's trying to spin something negative about Max. It's a mess all around. Noor tried to defend Playboy Max by saying he was 17 in the clip, but everything about this situation remains deeply unsettling. The bottom line is this: Akademics is twice the age and 3 times the size of everyone involved. Instead of addressing the core issue, he's digging himself into a deeper hole. This isn't just weird, it's predatory and unacceptable. Accountability is long overdue. Once again, Akademics is apologizing to everyone except the actual kid involved. It's disturbing. They're now saying Akademics is 33 years old, trolling a 15-year-old by calling him smelly. Honestly, I doubt he's even 33. He seems older, closer to Joe Budden's age. Even Meek Mill jumped in, calling Akademics an extremist and saying this is the guy spreading false info on black culture. This is diabolical work. I see why he wants us all to appear weak and discredit successful black men daily. This better be AI. Meek, come on, you know this isn't AI. But, honestly, why are you bringing up the Diddy stuff? This isn't the time to hash out old drama. There's serious work to address here, and while Meek's words are valid, it's hard to take him seriously when his delivery is all over the place. Still, the real issue remains, Akademics' behavior is unacceptable. The authorities look like they're getting involved now, along with Nora's guardian, especially since Nora's mother has passed. Akademics is digging himself deeper every time he opens his mouth. This mirrors what he did with his great case, spreading misinformation, lying, bullying, and threatening lawsuits to silence people. His fans, the die-hard ones who blindly believe him, only enable this behavior. But this time, it seems like the consequences are catching up to him. This isn't just karma, this is a real, legal issue. And it's infuriating that someone who just cried about being wronged in his situation with Santana is now turning around and doing something just as disturbing. We need to protect our kids, our sons and daughters. The fact that grown men are staying quiet, letting this slide just to stay in Akademics' good graces, is disgusting. Nora needs to keep an eye on this situation. If Akademics retaliate by messing with Nora's channel or trying to blacklist him, Nora should sue for everything Akademics is worth. This isn't just messy, it's deep, sick, and disturbing. We'll see how this unfolds if the police take further action. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. What do you think about everything that's unfolding? Do you believe there's more to this story? How do you feel about the role of accountability in situations like this? Let's start a conversation and hear your perspectives. Stay tuned, as I'll be closely following this case and providing updates as new information comes to light. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe if you want to stay informed and be part of this ongoing discussion. Your engagement helps us shed light on stories like these and keep the focus where it matters. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next update. Bye for now.